Jill Malik. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that sub button and the notification bell to be notified when I do go live.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified anytime we do go live. Feel free to contact Gio on Instagram with any news, tea, or updates at Gio_said_it. Somebody in the comments, please let me know if you can hear me. Cecilian, can you hear me? So last night's episode, season 5, episode 18, Deleted but Not Forgotten, was probably the only episode that was worth watching the entire season. I mean, it was longer than normal and it was worth every minute. Like, there were no snoozy parts, okay? Like, it was good last night. This is definitely worth the watch for those of you who don't normally watch and just want to get the reviews. Go ahead, go on your go on your DVRs or whatever they call it, go back and watch it, because yes, it served the entire time. Okay, thank you. You can hear me. So where should we start? Okay, so Quaylon and Chervell. So remember when Quaylon and Chervell went to go see that attorney because they were considering adopting Maila because her father is not really present in her life. So we'll come to find out Maila's not too fond of the idea. So, and she's really adorable. She's cute. I didn't know what she was doing here when she dipped the chip in that drink. I was like, wait, what? Kids, I have kids myself, so I know they eat very strange. I'm like, what is this drink? Like, little girl, what is this drink? You dip it and she ate it like it tastes good. I don't know. But anyway, oh, girl, you're going to have to watch it. Border Queen, you are going to have to watch it. But anyhow, so turns out Maila's not too fond of the idea of calling him daddy anymore and of becoming his daughter. Like, I was kind of like, wow. Even though they had that bonding, they went out the day before or whatever it was. I don't know if the day before, week before, whatever. They went to that fun place. She's not too fond of it. And Chervell thinks that's because they've kind of been on and off. So Maila feels some type of way about it. She's like, well, I don't want you marrying him. And I don't want you kissing him at the wedding. What if his breath stank and all that. So Chervell's like, she's being a good mom. She's listening to it. But Maila's not feeling the whole, being adopted, even being married thing. Like, she's not. So what do you guys think about that? I was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. And if you watch another part of the show, Quaylon and Chervell kind of got into it. And Quaylon was like, well, I need you to call the baby daddy about this whole adoption thing. She goes, I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. She's kind of keeping Quaylon in the dark about why she won't call the BD. It's because of how Maila feels. But she's not going to throw her daughter under the bus and say, oh, because it's going to hurt Quaylon, understandably. The daughter isn't feeling Quaylon. Okay, so that right there, that's a problem. I'm not sure how it is in real life, in real time, but that is a problem. So she's protecting her daughter. She's like, well, it's okay if I have a change of heart. You don't have his number. And he's really adamant. He's like, I really want you to call the baby daddy. So, because if you're not telling him about me adopting Maila, that's going to be a problem. Like, well, you need to communicate that to him. And she goes, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk to him about the daughter and nothing else. I don't have to do that. He's like, well, why did we go to the attorney then? That was a complete waste of time. So from this standpoint of him being kind of kept in the dark as to the real reason why she's not calling him, he has the right to be angry because from the outside in, it's like, okay, why go to the lawyer and why get this information just to do nothing? You know what I'm saying? But from her standpoint, she's protecting her daughter. So I get it. So I hope that they work that out. I wonder what happened for her to have a change of heart. I just explained that it's the daughter. It's the daughter because he's been in and out. They've been off and on as far as their relationship. So I think that maybe it's affecting her in some type of way. So I feel like someone said something to her. I don't know. I mean, it was very unfortunate to see how Maila reacted. But with children, they change their minds. I don't know. I hope that in real time that, everything is good. As far as Maila and Quaylon and stuff, I hope that works out. So moving right along, that was basically it. So they kind of were like yelling at each other, but that's why they were yelling, because he didn't understand why she would not call the baby daddy and talk to him about, maybe possibly relinquishing his rights so that Quaylon can adopt Maila. He didn't understand it because he doesn't know how Maila really feels. So had he known, then his reaction may have been different. But, we'll see what happens. I was talking about the daughter because she seemed like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. Who knows? I mean, I have no idea. But either way, I hope it works out. Let's move on. So the next couple, okay, let me get into the matching twins, the double mint twins / Brady Bunch. Okay, this couple right here, I'm not too pleased with you, Michael, sir. I'm not. I mean, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's not looking good because you have a hell of a lot of children. Between the both of you, it's like what, eight, 9 kids. It's a lot. So he is him and Justine are on their last day in Rhode Island, and they make the announcement to the family like, hey, we're planning on moving to Las Vegas. Everybody, when I tell you, everybody started crying. Oh my goodness. Even when and the little babies were crying, the 6-year-olds were crying. When I tell you, as a mom myself, I was getting choked up. Like, look at these babies. And then he had the nerve to be like, oh, I forget the girl's name. What's wrong? What you mean, what's wrong? They already missed you for so many years being incarcerated. Now you're moving so many states away because your gut instinct, because you feel like, oh, this is the time. You have so many opportunities in Las Vegas. Baby, how old are you? I don't know, this whole rapping thing. You know, I've heard the music and I'm not, it's neither here nor there. My thing is, and Miss Sherry had a good question. She said, did you take the children's happiness into consideration when making this decision? Miss Maria was like, this is devastating. It's really sad. Turns out he didn't even contact the baby mamas in advance and take their thoughts or feelings into consideration either. Then it's like, oh, are you going to consider having them move out there? And can the 16-year-old move out there? The 16-year-old, she started crying too. She's like, she feels torn because she does not want to leave her little siblings, number one. And number two, she already has friends and stuff. I get it. She has a social circle, her family. They're all in Rhode Island. She can't just pick up and go. She's going to be kind of alone besides her immediate family. So this whole situation to me, is terrible. It's terrible. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Thank you. I was going to say, because I'm really close to the mic. It is terrible. And Michael, I'm not respecting this. I'm not. If you're from Rhode Island, you guys were already in Pennsylvania. That's much closer. I'm okay with y'all living in Pennsylvania. But if you want to be this big time rapper, could you not have moved to New York City? Could you not have moved to Georgia, somewhere on the east side of the United States? Why must you be that far away? These children are still babies. They are young. They don't know nothing. Look, even her, she's 16. It's heartbreaking for her. Look at the baby. How could you leave a child's face looking like this? This is like, when I saw this, I just broke my heart. Like, Michael, you are not right for this. Your kids are sitting there talking about, can we go? Oh, in a perfect world, yeah. Like, dude, how are you making ends meet? I'm not, whatever. It's a genuine question because I know that you guys are doing not tax repair, but credit repair and the music and stuff like that. But how are you like making ends meet with all the children and and expenses that come with having kids? How are you making it? Like, is it just the money from the show? Like, he also mentioned that the move, and let me keep going. This move is going to cost him $10,000. So they're going to go fly out to Vegas and then ship everything. $10,000, right? Plus they have to pay rent on the house in Pennsylvania and mortgage on the house in Las Vegas, which, by the way, there was a time lapse from I don't know how much time, but there was a lapse in time between when they gave the announcement to the family and then when they hey Diva, and then when they whatchamacallit, and then when they actually settled on the house, because Justine was like, oh, we just closed on a house. And it's like, if you guys go back a couple months ago in our videos and this in the history, we know that they closed on a house, but his name was not on the deed. Miss Sherry and Justine's name are on the deed. So when you say you got to pay mortgage, is it Miss Sherry that's footing the bill? Because she did mention a couple seasons ago that Justine's baby daddies are not present, and that Miss Sherry was having to pay. She was having to basically take on the role of the father financially and in other ways. So is that the case now that you guys are in Vegas? Is she supporting your lifestyle? Because for you to just uproot and move far away, you have one of your biological sons living with you. The rest are all the way on the other side of the country. You're talking about, oh, we're going to fly to Rhode Island once a month and have them fly to us once a month. Who want to be on planes for 4 and 5 hours like that? It's a lot. And where's this money coming from? It's a lot. And Miss Sherry, if you're paying for everything, I'm gonna have to have a few words with you, Miss Sherry, because no, even Miss Sherry was crying. Like, you got the whole look at everybody, and everybody was so emotional. It was really, really sad. Like, it was bad. They said he was never a real dad. They're saying crappy dad. I'm starting to agree with some of you guys as far as certain things, because there's no way that you could be locked up for this many years. You miss this much of your children's lives, and these kids are so young. And for you to uproot and go all the way to Las Vegas for some opportunity for this rap career. And I'm just like, and I'm like, no shade to your rap career, but is it more important than you having a relationship with your children more than over the phone. For me, I'd rather have be physically near my children than to pursue, this rap career, this music thing. That's just my opinion, which I'm entitled to. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you. Like, because Justine, she gets all her kids with her. She don't have to deal with her kids being cross country. So the way that she started crying, talking about she don't want the kids to blame her, da 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 da. That's probably her hormones. I mean, if she wasn't pregnant, maybe she wouldn't even have started crying. I don't know. But this whole thing does not sit well with me. You need to put your kids first. You're what? Somebody tell me how old Michael is. Is he in his 30s or is he 40? I don't even know. Put your kids first. That's it. Me too. I think it's difficult for him to comprehend that his children need to be with him. They have to be, especially at that age, like 6. They're so young and impressionable and innocent. Sherry did say, looks like him and I are going to have to pay for that. Yeah, I think she has to be. Her name is on the deed. That house, I mean, I know Vegas cost of living is a little bit, it's low. It's not as expensive to live in Vegas as it is in other places. However, the home that they chose is not necessarily cheap, and I believe it had a pool and everything. Go back to one of our old videos from a couple months ago, you'll see. But yeah, her name is on the deed. He could have done New York and still. Thank you. That's what I was saying. If he wants to be in a big city to pursue rap somewhere on the east side of the country, New York City or Atlanta, like, why go so far away? Is that because of Mocha? Like, I'm so confused. Why you would want to leave your babies? Look at the faces. Like, look how adorable and innocent and emotional they are. I wouldn't be able to do it because they don't know anything. They're probably like, well, why is he leaving to go be with his new family? Why are we not good enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. Like, kids, they're young. They don't look at the face. He didn't have to sacrifice. She didn't have to sacrifice anything. Exactly, Jasmine. That's why she's so nonchalant when she talks. It's like Justine. She's starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Why Vegas? I don't know if that's Mocha influenced him to move to Vegas, because when I think of rapping, I don't think of Vegas. I think of like Atlanta, Georgia, maybe Los Angeles. I don't think of, Vegas. Like, I don't get it. I think he's 36. I feel like your children's going to end up resenting. Thank you. Thank you. They're so young. And even a 16-year-old, if you see their faces as a mom, if anybody here are moms, you would melt. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to be away from your children like this? It just is boggling my mind. Like, I could give a rat's ass about no rap career. Why don't you go why don't you work it as a construction worker or something? You find a good paying job somewhere. The East Coast, the jobs pay well. Northeast, there's money out there. You don't need to be doing this stuff and having Miss Sherry pay your way. I'm not with it. I'm not, Michael. You need to be around your kids. Because her daughter I heard that too. I heard that she wanted to move there because the girl got into University of Las Vegas. I don't know, but either way, I don't think that's fair for the children on his side. He only has one of his children living with them. The rest are somewhere else, and that's not fair to them. I think that's very, very messed up because of Justine's oldest daughter. Yep, I've heard that too. He's been in jail. Maybe he isn't that bonded with them. That's unfortunate. And them being so young, he still has a chance or opportunity to bond with them. So I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. I wish them the best. Even Sister Ann was crying. Like, it was really, really tough to see that. Look at the babies. Look at them. There's no way I would want to leave 2,000 miles away from these faces. There's no way. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just not the type of parent that he is. I couldn't do it. And Justine, you're a little bit too lax. You're a little bit too laid back about this because you'd be fabbing a whole fit. You wouldn't do it. If the shoe were on the other foot, Justine, you wouldn't do it. Let's be real. With your matching outfits, looking like the damn what you call the damn Tia and Tamara twins. I don't know. It's getting on my nerves. Oh, and then speaking of, he goes to his parole office and somehow they messed up on the paperwork that Vegas sent. He never signed it because he never got it. Mistake. But now they can't move for another 30 to 90 days. So you're spending $10K on moving. Where's the funds coming from? Number one. Number two, you're not even honest with Justine about it. You're smiling and lying to her on the phone, talking about we're all set to go. You're already starting off this move on the wrong foot. So I don't know, but it's not fair. I agree. Justine doesn't want Kylie to go off to college without her. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You see the bond between the mother and daughter, like, you can't separate them. So why does he have to separate from his? Why? I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. It's wrong to me. I think it's messed up. Exactly. It's not fair. He wants to be a popcorn. Okay, exactly. I don't like that either. And who wants to sit on a flight 4.5, 5 hours every 2 weeks? Like, that does something to your back. It's not comfortable. It's draining. Like, who wants to do that? Hey, Coco. Absolutely, Diva. Absolutely. So he lies to Justine in the car. He's all smiling with his damn big long teeth. And, you know, I guess he's going to tell her face to face because she's sitting there boxing everything up and not knowing what's about to happen. But, you know, oh, we closed on the house. Did you say who closed on the house? Did you say to everybody that it was your mom and Justine that closed on the house? Because Miss Sherry, I hope you have a room for her in that house. I'm looking forward to see how much we see Miss Sherry this season. I'm here for Miss Sherry. Miss Sherry does not play. But this Vegas move, not kosher. Hey, Justine's oldest daughter needs to be an adult and live on her. Yeah, I mean, and what is she, like 18? She is an adult. Either way, the whole thing is messed up. I don't like it one bit. Moving right along to the Italians. So Melissa and Louis, they're having a housewarming party. Melissa's family starts coming over. We meet Mike, Melissa's brother-in-law, and he said what we're thinking. He's like, man, he's been out for 2 days. Why are your expectations so high? Is he supposed to get a job within these first 2 days? Like, it's crazy. Then the sister, the other one with the I don't know, I think it was the one with the damn dreadlocks. Why you have them dreadlocks anyway? She was all, oh, he should have had them job interviews lined up before he came here. What? It's hard enough to get a job out of state without a criminal background. So somebody with a criminal background, you expect them to have jobs lined up? Like, stop it. Leave them. You guys are so annoying. They are so rude to him, and I cannot stand it. You guys have no respect for somebody that Melissa brought into the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, she chose him. She brought him in here, and all you guys are doing is punching and beating him down. Like, it's really annoying to me. And he was outnumbered. And I was so glad Donna was there because I'm like, I'm not going to, like, oh, so annoying. She has a bond with the kids and he doesn't. Thank you. Exactly. Too many kids and not being upfront about being, yeah, very messy. Typical Italian. Yeah, I hate it too. I hate it. And and then the one sister with the problems, the one that had her baby daddy, this one right here, her baby daddy who was an addict who took his own life. She's carrying her own like trauma over to this. And I get it. I understand she's looking out for her sister. But I would never trust an addict. You know, you're basing that off of your experience. Louis is a different person than he was when he was first incarcerated, and he's a different person from your ex. So I need you to stop carrying that on, that whatever you went through and carrying that, putting that on Louis. That's not fair. First of all. And second of all, Melissa, you let your sisters talk to him any type of way, and I'm not here for it. Open them duck lips and say something. All that black hair and the black this and black clothes and black eyebrows, say something. You chose him. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand. You brought him into this family, then maybe you should have not brought him into the family if it's everything he does is not good enough. He went on an interview and the interview was fine or whatever, but the gym owner, he was like, you know, you seem like a good guy, but I'm big on trust and I don't trust heroin. So he was saying, you know, people who, you know, they go clean and they end up going back, blah, 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 whatever. That's one interview down. He got several more to go. Louis is doing what he has to do. I'm not going to push down on Louis. Even in real time, you see him. He's talking about success stories. He's talking about what it's like being an addict. He's a good dude from what I could see. I've not heard one bad thing about Louis. You know, we hear things about other people in the cast. We haven't heard anything bad about Louis. So I'm not quite sure why they keep beating him down. They're not giving him a chance to do what he's there to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to get a job eventually. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a job in 2 weeks. Even that, you don't know if it's going to take 2 weeks. It could take 3-4 months to get a job. She chose you, so she's going to have to deal with it. Maybe you can go do the CDL interview that she set you up with, even though you don't want to be a truck driver, just to shut her the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? She's annoying. Typical mean girls, Melissa. And then let me go back to this sister right here with this fucking hair. Excuse me. She was telling Donna, oh, can I talk to you, Donna, you know, privately? And I thought she was going to try to go at Donna or something. Don't play with Miss Donna now. Like, don't. Okay. She was explaining her situation to Miss Donna. She goes, oh, you act like your son is up here. And she's trying to say that he's down here and my sister is better than that. And da, 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 da. That is Donna's son. Of course, to Miss Donna, her son is going to be top tier. Duh. You can't tell her nothing about her son. Her son is all that in a bag of chips. Absolutely. You guys have a problem with it. You need to talk to your sister, okay? Ask her why she brought him here. Like, it's what? I'm not liking her sisters. Melissa's family is rude. Who invites someone over and does that? Thank you. It's not the daughter. It's Justine who won't let her daughter grow up. I'm sick of her and her family. Melissa still acts like a high school kid. She sought him out and they jumping down his throat. Thank you. Grow up, Melissa. I really like Louis. Sorry, it's not all Italians that are Jersey Italians. I can't stand her whole family. Louis is doing way better than most. This comment right here. Louis, every time you see him, he's doing what he has to do. We hear nothing about Louis doing bad things or doing this and that questionable activities. We don't. It's always good. And then you see the way he presents himself, he talks to people. He's very respectful. And for him to deal with someone like Melissa, I don't know if she's like this in real life. That requires a certain type of patience. Yes, I agree. He's doing well. Let's give Melissa a chance for a week. Melissa and Chance. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's Melissa in competition with his mom. So when Donna was like saying goodbye to Melissa, you know, she started getting really emotional. That's her son. I get it. Melissa's like, she's like, oh, I know you have a problem with me and stuff like that. Madonna started crying. Melissa, it was like hard for her to even hug Donna. I was like, what is this? And then she's like, Donna's like, oh, you know, I want you to take care of him the way that I did. And Melissa's talking about she was counting down the days for Donna to leave. I never dated somebody who's so close to their mom. Melissa, you have got to stop. Like, Louis is a fan favorite. Like, everybody can see he's a good dude. You have got to stop these shenanigans. I really hope, like I said a million times, I really hope you're not like this in real life, because it is and the way your family treats him, I don't like it. And the way that the daddy and Donna was going back and forth, he was like, we're Italian. And he goes around with a baseball bat trying to be intimidating. We're Italian. We don't call the police. And Donna, oh, I know that. That's why I said, if you mess with my son, someone will be after you. Like, they were like, I was like, okay, it was, they had me like, whoa, are y'all, oh, wow, y'all about that life. But, they went outside on the porch and, you know, they were smoking a cigarette, and they were like, you know, we're both protective over our children, but I really ask that you watch over Louis. You know, he's my son, you know, Italians are all about family, etc. So they hug it out, and, you know, it ends off in a good way. That's neither here nor there. He was still respectful to her family, but she's disrespectful. Yes, I don't like that at all. You can tell Louis was raised, he's got good manners. But what also I remember Donna said, she didn't even know he had a drug problem like that until he seized. She found him seizing down in the living room floor or something like that. She didn't even know. So that's wow. But she was explaining how he's been clean for 6 years. But the sister's like, I don't trust an addict. They're always gonna be an addict. You know, this sister right here, she can get the fuck on. Don't do that. I just was like, I mean, I get you have your own trauma, but why do you have to like, oh, just get out of here. Let me see what you guys are saying. It's true, but give a dude a break and be there to sustain his success. Italian moms defend their kids to a T. He is so respectful. Love me some Miss Donna. Melissa picked Louis. Now Louis is trying to get off his back. Melissa should treat Louis better. If she's better than Louis, then why did she go looking for an inmate that she had a crush on? Thank you. Exactly. And then Miss Donna was saying that she believes that Louis would stay clean because he said Melissa is his new drug or his drug of choice or something like that. I hope he stays clean, and I don't see him returning back to that, just from, you know, what I see, how he, you know, how he goes on TikTok and stuff. He's all about working out and positivity, and he's a very good person from what I can see. How about the man saying him and Donna will be married? Oh, I know. I thought that was funny. Like, they came on strong, but they came together in the end. But the sisters, they're still full of shit. Yeah, Melissa's disrespectful. The sisters mock his teeth. Now he has to. Yeah, they're always gonna find something. I can tell that they're like that. They're always gonna find something. They were giving dirty looks and things like that. I didn't like that at all. Daddy's in there with a baseball bat, and Melissa's just tight-lipped, not saying nothing. Melissa, say something. I didn't like Melissa not giving Miss Donna grace after Miss Donna was the scene queen this week. The whole thing, I don't like the way they're treating Louis. I don't, and it makes them look bad. So, let the people, the viewers, eat your asses up. Because you guys were calling yourselves, what, the Jardashians or something. Let the viewers, you know, they probably seen you at the supermarket or whatever. Let them eat your ass up, because I'm sure they are. Them East Coast people don't play. Give this man a break. Get off his ass. That's not cool. He's trying. That's at least he's trying. Louis is positive, and Melissa's sisters was messed up their relationships. You know what? I have a son who was shot there. Whoa, did he live? That's crazy. Maybe her sisters all for, yeah, maybe. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if their personalities are really like this, but either way, they look terrible at this point. Let's see who else. Oh, boring snooze fest. Lindsay and Blaine. So Lindsay was talking to her daughter Miley Grace, and she told Miley Grace about the engagement. And Miley's questioning, like, well, why did you know, why do this? Are you pregnant? Like, she goes, are you settling? Because Lindsay's talking about she don't want to be the girlfriend anymore. She wants to be a wife. She wants to have a proper relationship. Are you settling? Then Miley Grace was like, you could do better. I love how the kids have no filter. Like, they just like, and then you could tell Lindsay started getting upset. And on top of that, what kills me is that Lindsay wants to marry this man within a month. Like, why are you rushing? Then you're talking about, oh, my fingers look so naked, I need a ring, da-da-da. Why are you trying to force this man to marry you just because you might have time? We know you guys aren't together in real life. I mean, in real time. And I'm not sure if it has to do with him having commitment issues, like you mentioned on that live that we played for you, you guys a few days ago. Why are you rushing? And then it looks like you got some sort of, did I miss that part when she was laying on her back? What did she get, an IUD or something like that? Like she can't get pregnant or something? Somebody let me know in the comments. Her scene was boring anyway. So the thing got chopped up and it went over her scene. I don't really give a damn. But you guys in the comments, let me know why she was laying down on the table. Because she's talking about she got something I didn't tell him. So is it an IUD or some sort of thing to prevent her from having babies? Yes, she's annoying. Her family isn't looking good. It got cut what I was trying to say. I was using the mic. Lindsay is a joke. Lindsay didn't raise Marley Grace as well. She's just boring. Don't care for. Yeah, it got cut for me, so I'm not sure if she got an IUD and she was like, I don't know. Does that mean I'm lying to Blaine? And it was just like, whatever. So Miley Grace was giving me life. She was just like, are you settling? I think you could do better. Are you pregnant? Are you sure you're not pregnant? Miley Grace doesn't know about the impending charges. So, that's neither here nor there. Lindsay, you're not even with Blaine allegedly. Get the hell off my screen. She was getting, okay, that's what I assumed was happening. She was getting another IUD. She's going back to jail, but Mary's sentence lightened. Her daughter was raised well. She has so much sense. Yeah, and I like that she's telling her mother like it is. You could tell Lindsay was getting upset how she was kind of like just moving her neck funny and all that. I just was like, girl, I want to know the conclusion of y'all relationship because in real time we hear some things, okay? But anyway, so who else? So there was nothing else really with Miss Lindsay. I don't really care about her scene, but getting to the juiciness, okay? The hot topic. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I had a son shot 13 times, went to prison, and is living. I don't want him around women, but he's doing well. Finally. Oh, okay. I'm glad he made it. That's ooh, wow. The kids on the show have more sense than they do. Yup. Yes, he lived, but got the impression that Blaine doesn't know that she. Yeah, I saw in the preview that I'm assuming he didn't know because she was like, "Am I lying to him by not telling him?" Blah blah blah. I don't really care about that scene. It reminds me of something else. Like I just was like, "Am I watching like Teen Mom or I just whatever." But that's neither here nor there. Getting to the main scene, okay, with this MFer right here, and people were saying that his eyes was looking crazy on his scene. Chance is not Mr. Let me take it back. Let me say it's Earl. Okay. Earl, you are not looking too good at all. So getting to Taylor and Chance. So they start off the episode and it's all, I know I've been messing up lately. I told you about Bobo and I want to take you on a little date. He picks her up in the limousine, the 1950s limousine, takes her to this restaurant, this outdoor restaurant, this burger thing. And he feeds her a bunch of bullshit. So, that we know that's a bunch of crock of shit. So, then we get a thing on there and we see that, hold on. She texts the producers and says she kicked Chance out of her house. The producers, 12 hours later, they were already there. So they're like, Taylor, what happened? So, hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. Can't stand Chance. He's somebody's bitch. Freaky Earl. Child, don't even get me started on the Freaky Earl. I'm about to tell you something. Hold on. Talk about Freaky Earl. Hold on. So anyway, so the producer's like, what happened, right? They said the whole scene made me itch. Can you imagine an old girl doesn't wipe her ass, allegedly? Cool. She got stuff from front to back, allegedly. But anyway, if you want to know what I mean, go back to my previous episode from earlier today where old girl's ex exposed her for not wiping. There's a specific thing for that, and so anyway, moving right along. So they said he liked to drop this. Okay, so Taylor kicked him out, right? So the producers asked her what happened. She said that he was acting like weird. He was like, let me see your phone. And she goes, well, I want to see your phone then. And so she goes in his phone and she noticed some stuff was deleted, like it was like weird activity on there. Then she noticed I forget how she did it, but she noticed there were 171 messages between a specific number that was not stored in his phone. And she showed it. She showed this long call log. And then she showed the messages. So she said she confronted him about it. He fed her all this bullshit. He started saying that she's a cop and all this other stuff, deflecting. Okay. So next thing you know, she kicks him out of the house. And she kicks him out of the house and he leaves. He throws his phone in the toilet. So they were like, well, why would he throw his phone in a toilet in toilet water? Taylor's like, because he has something to hide. So he's over there allegedly working. He claims to work 2 jobs, 12-hour shifts at each job. I mean, if that's the case, when do you catch any sleep? But he's over here. He's all, Taylor's a cop. She treats me like she's a cop. She likes to go through things. Da 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 da. He's like, yeah, I was texting that number because I thought it was Taylor, because I thought she was trying to catch me doing something. So I'm going to be scandalous like her. And it's like, what? Hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. He lied and said he thought it was Taylor. Yeah, I know. This is how you know something is wrong with the guy, when they try to like turn it around and make it seem like it's the girl doing it when it's really them. So I just was like, Chance, you are tweaking. Like, it's just too much. So he tried to say he thought it was her. So he played along with it because she's trying to set him up and catch him doing something that he shouldn't be doing. And Taylor was changing the baby. She goes, I would never, ever do that. I would never do that. And I believe her because I know I know her mind is clear. Taylor's not on stuff. Okay. So it's like all allegedly. I don't believe Taylor is on anything. She's a mother. I don't think that when she says something, it's like she's, when Mr. Earl speaks, you have to question it because his whole demeanor, like, it's just like, what? So she went and showed us the phone in the toilet, and she somehow picked it up and threw it in the trash, whatever, like that. She calls that number, right? And it's a dude that answers the phone. And she starts texting that number like, "Ooh, who are you?" They were like, first the guy was like, "Who are you?" She was like, "I'm Taylor, his baby mama, fiance, stuff like that." Oh, and then she's like, "You can have him," and da 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 da. Turns out the person that number that Chance was texting, that Taylor was texting as well to try to figure out who it was, is the town hoe, and it's also a man. So Taylor was like, I never thought Chance was into men. So if you guys follow, the trashy Reddit, they were saying his name back in prison, allegedly, is Cockpit. So you know how you called himself Brad Pitt? They were calling him Cockpit in prison, allegedly. So, and they were saying that he was a bottom. I don't know if there's truth to any of this, but that's neither here nor there. But when I heard this whole interaction with the man, that's what I thought about. I thought about the name Cockpit. So this man, he'd been texting 171 times, deleted all the messages. What were in these messages? You're trying to say it was Taylor texting you. Good and effing well it wasn't. Stop with the lies. So, girl, Coco, you're gonna have to go back and watch. So she got issues with the front and the back, but allegedly, 1932 limousine, funk and yeast infection. Oh, you guys have to go back and look at the Facebook post talking about the odor. Of course, if you take a shit and you don't wipe, of course you're gonna have a bad odor down there. And then you scratch and don't wash your hands and then rub your eye. Of course you're gonna have a problem. But best thing Taylor did was not to marry him. He's guilty, so throws his phone in the toilet. Exactly. If you were innocent, why would you put your toilet in that stinky ass toilet? Why not just put the phone back? And so, anyways, he threw his phone in the toilet and he left. And she started calling the number, texting the number, and it turns out it was a town tramp that he was texting with, who happens to be male. So she's under the impression that he's into men. And so he calls her, and she said at some point he broke into her house, took all his things and her laptop and left. And so he called her. She answered the phone. She feels like he took her laptop on purpose, so he has a reason to come back home to the house. And so he was like, "Yeah, I wiped everything on your." I forget what he said. He copied everything on her computer and found out she'd be doing all these kind of things, this and that. He was like, "I hope you catch something." Da da da. He's like, "I already have a place to stay." She said, "Where? With your boyfriend?" It's like, whoa. Taylor, like we said, and you guys have seen her mom come in here many times. Her mom is very much on the subject of Taylor has never cheated on Chance. Bobby has also said that. So, right. Taylor gets survivor benefits from her. What? Okay. Yeah, you got to go back and find out what's going on. Chance was a wife for prison, obviously. Oh, Miss Hagen is here. So, right. Miss Hagen, do you believe he's gay or he's into men or he's bisexual or whatever like that? If I was guilty, I would have put the phone back to manufacturer settings and bought a burner phone. Yikes. Yes, Miss Hagen, do you believe that he's into men? I already heard it, but they said something that they was calling him Cockpit. And now it looks like he was talking to a man behind Taylor's back. But from what we've seen on last night's episode, 171 deleted messages. Can you imagine? Like, what if let me not. What kind of messages are you exchanging with a man? I'm just like, whoa, what? And then he had the nerve to say, I hope you catch something. He keeps trying to turn it around on her to make it seem like it's her that's doing the stuff when it's really him. That to me is crazy. Like, Chance, you are such a rude person. And then now to find out you're doing all these things. So after, I want to know, after this all happened, if he went and go ran and stayed with that girl Alyssa in that home squatting with them animals not being taken care of. That's what I want to know. Oh, we're gonna stay tuned, Miss Hagan. He's open to anyone who will barter with him for ooh. But yeah, we're gonna stay tuned. We want to know more because that part kind of was cut off right there. So I want to know more what's going on with Chance. Um, if she catch something, it's from him. I'll never mind divorce pending Eleanor. But what do you guys think about him texting this guy back and forth so many times and deleting it and throwing his phone in the toilet? They say he dropped the soap. He's a narcissist. They never take accountability for it. Yeah, and I think it's crazy. And it's sort of like ABUSIVE, if I spell that right, I don't really know. Towards Taylor to turn it around on her, to make it seem like it's her doing the stuff when it's really him. Why are you trying to put it on her? That's not right. So anyway, that's what happened with that. I don't think I missed any of the couples, but stay tuned. And if we hear anything else, we will talk about it. 174 texts in a day. Gaslighting. Exactly. If the new girl don't wipe, makes sense why Chance likes it, since he likes booty hole allegedly. Taylor is smart for not marrying him. Yeah. So guys, watch my video from this morning. At the very end, I did show something about a Facebook post about Miss Alyssa and her hygiene. So it's not looking too good. And Chance, you definitely have a way of picking, because if you're gonna go pick this Alyssa chick who's not taking care of her hygiene nor her physical health, that's a problem. And if it smells that bad that she has to use air freshener, why? Like, why? And this is all alleged. Which live? Okay, that's the one right before this. It's the one where it says Indian Harry update. Letitia responds to the hate, and Alyssa's ex exposes her. I showed you the if you go back in that, I read you guys what's that guy named Charles or something, her ex-fiance, on and off fiance, what he wrote to her December of 2022. He looked dirty. I missed that. Okay, go back, and if you guys have missed it, you guys go back and see. You're gonna have to find out what Alyssa got going on with her back end. Even if it was 2022, it sounds like it happened more than once, and it doesn't sound too sanitary, and it doesn't sound like it smells too good. So either way, set her up and starting. Yep, that's the name, folks. But yep, there goes the names right there. Yeah, these people got strange names. But that was that. The episode was really good. If you guys missed it, please go and watch it. It's definitely worth the watch this time of the entire season, which is the only good episode. It was good from beginning to end. Excuse me. Let's see what Twitter is saying. They're coming for Louis, but Melissa was the one who sought him out. I agree with that. Chervell and Quaylon went to speak to the adoption lawyer before asking Maila how she felt about him adopting her. Yeah, that whole situation is a little murky. I hope it's better in real time. Somebody said DL. I'm with Melissa's brother. The expectations are too high. Louis can't get a freaking break. Yup. Justine keeps talking about what this man deserves as if he was off fighting a war. The mofo was in prison, and rightfully, for selling fentanyl. He doesn't deserve... His kids deserve everything. I agree with that. Melissa's sister is dumber than she is. How is Louis going to have jobs lined up right out of prison? That's what I was saying earlier. It's hard enough to do that when you don't have a criminal background. So if you have a criminal background, it's going to be even harder. He's not going to be able to line the interviews up in advance. Like, he's not a hot commodity because of his background, unfortunately. I don't make the rules. It's just what it is. It's always better if you're there. But, I have faith that he's doing the right thing. It looks like he is. So she need to cut him a break. Someone find me Louis' ad. I need to talk to him because I need him to understand he deserves so much better than this belittling shrew he is with. Chance, I've already got a place to stay. Taylor, where? With your boyfriends? Where are Mike and Justine getting all these money from? Because those Spotify streams ain't streaming. The website is shut down. Oh my goodness, Twitter, you be doing the digging. They said his website is shut down. I'm questioning too where the money is coming from. Because it's like you're spending a lot of it, and then you have a lot of mouths to feed. Having kids is very expensive. Childcare, all of that, clothes, food, all of it. So where is it coming from? Melissa delivers mail. She isn't special. Right. And I get that they're like backing up their family. I understand that. but why put him down when she chose him and brought him into the family? That makes no sense to me. That's ass backwards. You talking about, oh, you can do better. Weren't you also with an addict? And then, you know what? Don't get me started on it. You think so? Michael, clearly music is not your calling. You guys must not like his music. And the gangster shit. And I'm gonna moving on that gangster shit. Have you guys heard that Justine has a part in the song? He went on live a couple weeks ago or something, and they were in Vegas and his daughters were there. They were bumping to this song. I was like, dang, he turning his whole house into a club. But Louis' mom is funny. Melissa dad with the baseball bat, Nevada State Welfare, right? Because because she was just a bartender at first, so she had to get a second job, but she's talking down to him to get an adult job. I don't like it at all. I don't like it whatsoever. But let me know what you guys think about tonight or last night's episode. What do you think about Chance and what he has going on, allegedly talking to a man, specifically the town whore, texting deleted messages 171 times, trying to turn around and make it seem like Taylor's doing a bunch of stuff. When did she have time to do all these things? And then when she was like, oh, I want to know when he said he want to come get the rest of his stuff. She's like, when? I need to know so I can have my dad or whatever watch the kids, because I don't want them seeing us argue. And he jumps and cuts her off and goes, oh, why? Because you don't want to have your boyfriend there. Why do you keep trying to turn it around on her? I don't like that at all. It's you that allegedly have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and both. I don't know. Stop trying to I don't like that. I don't know how she deal with that. I just come on now. They calling you cockpit, boy. They said you had long hair. They calling you a power bottom. They calling you cockpit, boy. Melissa dad with his bat. Right. At first, I'm like, are you using it as a cane? Why do you have a bat everywhere? You're trying to intimidate Miss Donna. Miss Donna is not, even though she's out in Georgia, you could tell Miss Donna it does not get, you could tell Miss Donna she'll probably run you over with her car over her son. So that bat is not going to do nothing for Miss Donna. Melissa works at the post office too. Yeah, she has 2 jobs according to what we see. I can't believe how selfish he's being and choosing a rap career over his kids. I agree 1000%. And why Vegas? Just so have Miss Sherry go and pay all these extra bills, please. How come this extremely good live was only 20 likes? I don't know, child. He's a landing pit. Okay. So let me know what you think about Chance and him allegedly being into men. Let me know what you think about Quaylon and Chervell, the whole thing, like Maila having a change of heart. Why do you think she had a change of heart? Why do you think she's not really caring to call him dad anymore? What do you think is going on there? I still want to know with that whole arrest that occurred not too long ago. He was in a hotel room with another woman. He goes live and he says absolutely nothing that makes sense. So I don't know the details. I would love for him to say it from his perspective. What happened with that whole thing? Why were you in a hotel room with another woman? What's going on? What? Going to see Michael out in Vegas dressed up on the strip, taking photographs in a showgirl outfit. He needs a job or a business. So that's that. Also, let me know what you think about Melissa and Louis in the comments and how badly the family's treating him. Let me know what you think about Miss Boring Lindsay. Do you care about this whole IUD thing? Do you think she's rushing into marriage a little bit too quickly? What do you think about Michael leaving his kids again? What do you think about Chance and the whole Taylor situation? Let me know down at the bottom. Have you heard about them calling him cockpit? What are your thoughts? Have you heard about Alyssa in the previous video not wiping her ass? What are your thoughts on that? And them in that dirty ass tub, it was brown. I mean, why was the water that color? I don't know. The whole thing, when I read the stuff about what her ex said about her, it would make sense maybe why the water was brown. But either way, I'm trying to not lose my stomach. Michael is going to be a Spanish evil imposter. Oh, a Spanish Elvis imposter. Yes. Didn't you hear about them calling him cockpit? Saying he was a power bottom? I don't know if that's true. And then the stuff with Alyssa not wiping her ass, there's a whole condition for that. Allegedly, you know what? I don't know. Y'all might be eating dinner, but it's just not a good look. It's just, and I'm wondering when he left Taylor in this episode, if he went to go stay with Alyssa in a home to squat, that's what I want to know. Or did he go stay at a hotel? Like what? Yeah, gross. Even if you use that stuff in the bathtub, it shouldn't be like that dark color. Like that doesn't look. And then I hear when she doesn't wipe. So it's like, is that her? Okay. Anyway, that's that. That's neither here nor there. Tune into that previous video to see what Alyssa's ex said about her not wiping her ass. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified anytime we do go live. We will keep you updated if we hear anything. If you want to send any tea, news, or updates, or just say hi or something, contact Gio on Instagram at Gio_said_it. Other than that, have a good rest of your evening and a nice weekend.